Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of how a rookie team secured second place. Right, so where I left it off on the first video was the first lap of the race. Now I'm just going to bring that back a little bit to give you some footage of the qualifying. As previously mentioned, I am unable to get any in-kart footage of this event as it's not allowed in the terms and conditions, but hopefully enjoy something a little bit different of some views from the sidelines of the wonderful Karting Northeast, or also known as Warden Law. Now the footage here is being recorded from Gasworks Corner, which is here at the track, but the majority of the footage which I will be taking will be mainly on the main straight. What I will also do is add screenshots of the live data at that time, so hopefully I match the timestamps so you can get a sense of how we're doing at roughly the time of the video. So the first person out on track for the team was Zach, who completed qualifying for us and was also out on the track at first, who is just about to come into focus now on camera here. And he did an amazing job. Now I did take a screenshot of 5 minutes before the end where it currently shows we are 20th. However, in the last couple of moments he managed to get to 15th place, which put us second in the clubman class. So just to bring that to life of what 15th place in the size this grid actually looks like, we are currently sat in our start position, which to the front of the grid doesn't look that far. However, if I turn the camera around a bit, that goes all the way around before the last corner. So it's a good thing that we're starting where we are, because making it through the pack can take a lot of toll on the kart, the driver, etc. So I will bring it back to the start of the race. Where I ended the video last time was a clip of this itself. Now it is a rolling start, so it is a very busy grid. This is normally when the most accident happens. However, thankfully enough, Zach managed to make it through without any issues. He lost a couple of spaces, which was maybe expected with the amount of other class drivers behind us, because he did an amazing job in qualifying. I will just put up a screenshot of 3 minutes into the race. As we can see, he's just in 18th place, and to be honest, we fluctuate around that through the entirety of the event. I just skip a little bit further ahead. As we can see, the field has definitely spread out a little bit. However, it didn't take long for the front runners to actually lap a couple of drivers. Now, screenshot now is 30 minutes into the actual race. We're currently running at 16th, so pace is really well. However, we're going to be coming to our hurdle soon of pit stops. Now, the race order, what we were looking to do as a team was Zach out first, me second, Andrew then doing the middle stint, and then myself and Zach doing the final 2, as they would be a little bit shorter. You have to do a minimum of 4 pit stops. If not, you get a 10 lap penalty. Don't do what I did, where I misread it at first and thought it was only a 10-second penalty, so it would be worthwhile actually not taking that 4th pit stop if that was the case. Now Zach's first stint was just under an hour and a half to make sure that we didn't get into a queue waiting to come into the pits. Then it goes to me going out on the track, which thank you to Andrew for managing to take a little bit of footage for us. It is much appreciated. Which he also got some good shots of me lining up some overtakes, which should be on the next clip following up here. Now with me on track, of course I'm unable to take any screenshots of exactly how we are doing in the race. But before I went on the track, I knew that our competition for first place at that time was the team in kart number 88. So when you are on track, at least you know you are just racing against the clubman, which is a black and white plate. So as soon as I know I was catching up to anyone, to overtake as fast as I possibly could. Now at the end of my stint, I actually managed to take the lead for clubman. However, while we came into the pits, we were faced with an issue we couldn't foresee. Now I don't actually have a video of this, but I do have a picture from the photographer there, which as you can see, all hands on deck trying to fix the kart. Now again, massive credit to Apollo Racing for actually getting this fixed as fast as it could. What happened was the bracket that the Nazu panel attaches to on the chassis actually snapped off, which being honest, we had 3 full days of racing, so something is definitely bound to give because nothing else broke on the kart. So now I will bring it to Andrew's stint. Now pretty much as soon as I did come out the kart, I did take a screenshot of where we currently were at about 3 hours in. So as we can see from the screenshot, we are at 22nd place, so we did lose quite a few minutes trying to actually fix the Nazu panel, but rather that than having to make an unnecessary pit stop to try and fix it. Now, all credit to Andrew, he did an amazing job to actually pull that back as soon as he went out. Now, to recognise Andrew is always look for the Alonso helmet, even though in the videos it is probably hard to tell, but I'll always try and point out where everybody is. Now, I do have a picture of Zach a little bit later on, but there is a reason why I ain't shown that yet. Now, the footage I've just skipped to is roughly about the same time as this next screenshot. As we can see, Andrew's trying to line up an overtake on the kart in front, which is maybe a telltale sign that he's doing really well. So this is only 30 minutes extra into his stint. He's managed to pull to 19th and first in class right now, so amazing job. Now, me and Zach are at the sidelines at this moment in time, thinking that everything's going really well. We worked out that I was going to go out after Andrew, and then Zach was going to do the final stint. Now, I don't have any footage of me going back out, however I will give you a little bit of a run through. Now, with pit stops, we were actually very close between 88 previously mentioned as well as 200, and in my stint, I will put my hands up here, is I made a mistake. I went to overtake a person who I thought was letting me through, however shut the door, meaning that I did come off. Now, the good thing is I did only lose around about 20 to 30 seconds on that, but it could have been much worse as I was heading very fast towards the tyre barrier. So I was very grateful that I didn't lose too much time. However, I did just overtake about 10 carts at that point, which put me at the back of that pack again, which means I had a lot of time to make up to try and gain that ground again and get pace back. And during my stint, unfortunately, I could see the Nazu panel came loose again. So I could feel it behind the brake pedal, so panicking I was actually going to get a mechanical failure for pits for that. However, great news is I didn't get pulled into the pits, so I managed to finish my stint without any further issues there afterwards. However, when I panded the kart back to Zach, we were down in 25th. However, Apollo were there ready with duct tape this time to make sure that the Nazu panel hopefully didn't break off. Now, this is a little way into Zach's session. I will just stop there so you can see a little bit of the Nazu panel from the sidelines. But to give you a better idea of how much is hanging off now, I'll put this picture on. So me and Andrew from the sidelines are very worried it's actually going to come away, or we're going to get a mechanical to come in to fix it. Now, you'd be glad to know this is the final footage from the sidelines of this race. If you've managed to make the video this far, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing or give me a like and comment down below is much appreciated. I do make sure I respond to every comment that anyone leaves on my videos. Now, if you haven't noticed, me, Andrew and Zach's dad are standing at the sidelines very concerned about where we are going to place in this race. We currently have 200, who is less than 15 seconds behind us, and we also have first place number 88, who is around about half a lap in front. So this is 15 minutes till the end of the race and everything is to play for. Now, this is pretty much the last legs of the race. Zach has managed to gap 200 a little bit, so we are not concerned about being third place at this point, and he is catching up to 88 rapidly. And as I put the screenshot on at the last 3 minutes of the race, you can see he's lapping a full second and a bit faster than Kart 88. Now, this is going to be the final skip along, which is the last lap of a very long 6 hours. We've went over bumps, we've had issues and everything, so we are glad it's coming to an end. With it being extremely close, as you already know by the title, we finished in second place, but let's get the reaction of Zach as he finally comes round to see us standing to cheer him on. And there we go. If you couldn't tell, he was actually very disappointed that we came in second place, and you could actually see first place in our class, that is, actually at the end of the straight when he came across the finish line. So we are pretty gutted for that, but absolutely super proud of how the team's done as a whole. So that's it. That is pretty much the end of the video. I did manage to get some footage of the trophy presentation when we managed to collect our second place. Now, we did only get one trophy, so we have to fight over that and sharing that over each month. But you certainly couldn't take the experience away from any of us. Real massive thank you to Apollo and Kart Northeast for making this all possible. I will now leave the rest of the talking to the race director. If you have made it this far, really appreciate your support, and especially for watching all the other videos as well. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. But thank you very much, and I'll see you on the track next time.
Moving on to Clubman class in third place today. Team 200, Fatici Haas Motorsport!
Press painful. It's just to your left.
Moving on to second place, number 25, KNE Warden. Finally, your winner today for the Clubman category, Team 88 MSHBI.